Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are remembering Joe Rhynor Oliver, who joined us back in 2015 into 2016 timeframe. She was originally playing Rift with us. She was pretty much my late night friend. She had been living in Australia for a little while at that point, and I had the great benefit of sharing some time with her and getting to know her. And yeah, it wasn't long after her joining us that she was diagnosed with cancer, and the battle began. So today I've assembled a few of our Gaiscioch that were still around at that time, a few of them that didn't know her, and we have even more in Discord and a few more on Twitch. I'm trying to make it so everybody can access it. Not everybody has Guild Wars 2, but we have put up this nice little token of memory for her. So we are going to need to change the map. So yeah, go ahead and switch maps. That way everybody can get in. So for those of you that did not know, she was a police officer. Um, Served in New South Wales, I believe. I think I got that right. And yeah, quite a remarkable person. I've written up a little something that I plan on reading once everyone's back in their seats and back to where they need to be. And then I will give each of you a chance to share a story if you like, or share a memory, or whatever you want to say. I will give you an open mic, let you guys say it. Alright, so I am going to try to read off of my sheet. I am a dyslexic, so my reading is terrible. So if you think that a third grader is reading it, well, that's just me. So, bear with me. That's why I don't read speeches. Through all my years in the multiplayer, or the online multiplayer scene, I have encountered a handful of truly remarkable souls. A person who literally changes other people just for being a part of their lives. A person who places others before themselves by nature, not by practice. Who radiate kindness, compassion, and find joy in helping others. Jo was this type of person. We knew her as Rhynor and first met in a game called Rift. She and I spent countless hours conversing as we collected things for giveaways for the community. She spent a lot of her time in-game helping others and required no payment for her time and kindness. She did this because that's who she was, a kind, helpful soul. I brought her onto our community's eldership team as she was already doing the things I train elders to do, without even being trained. She was the perfect example for all of us to aspire to. If you knew her, she was just kind, outright kind to everybody. Didn't matter who she was or who you were. She was always welcoming you into her life and into her circle. Now, when you think of online gaming community, it might be easy to disregard it. However, this community is 8,600 people. We span 64 nations, from all walks of life, all nationalities, all genders, all religious backgrounds. And Jo cared for all of them without hesitation. She never once asked for anything for herself. It was this that inspired me to host a charity event in her honor every March, benefiting the CCA, or the Colon Cancer Awareness Association. Even in her darkest hours, she tuned into my live stream after convincing me to wear an adult diaper on my head. That was her last request of me, which I kind of had a ha-ha funny, but in all intents and purposes, an adult diaper on my head is the least I would do for her. I would go miles beyond that. She was an amazing person and just changed my life, just being a part of it. The whole time she was popping off jokes, and we shared some laughs, and she even got her nursing staff watching, which I thought was pretty funny. She was all about community. That is honestly what it was all about. One of her last messages that she wrote to me was, "Thank you, Fog. That's actually all I cared about these days, that somebody will remember me. That's enough. These words really hit home to me, and I really wanted to make sure that she was remembered in a good light, and we all were able to be a part of that life. Those of you that didn't get a chance to meet her, would know her through us. We will miss her dearly. She is always has a place in our hearts and our minds. My grandmother once said, "In the end, it's not what we have that matters. It's what we leave behind that speaks of our legend." Jo left a lasting impression on all of us. Her devotion towards kindness changed us all for the better. Moving forward, I know we are better people for having her in our lives. It's remarkable to think that just 4 years of knowing her virtually, she was leave such a profound mark on all of our lives. I am confident that her legend will be remembered and endure the test of time. She will always be remembered for her compassion and kindness. And that's pretty much what I got down on paper. And yeah, I mean, it's Jo came to me and she told me about stage 4 cancer, and pretty much knew that her days were numbered. But she didn't want us to mourn over her. She wanted us to celebrate her, and she wanted us to keep pushing on. I mean, even in her final comments to me, she was still trying to pick everybody up. Be cheerful, be friendly, be helpful. She was proofreading stuff while she was in a hospital fighting stage 4 cancer. I mean, she didn't have to do that. I didn't ask her to do that, but she did it just because she wanted to help. That's a whole nother level of person, if you ask me. I just totally amazed at what type of person she was. So at this point, I'm going to step off my podium and let somebody else talk, share a story if you want. If you're in Discord and would like to speak, just go ahead and type X into general chat and I'll call on you. If you are on Twitch and you have something you'd like to say, go ahead and type what you'd like to say in the Twitch comments and I will go ahead and read it. Or attempt to read it, as the case may be. And, yeah. Jima, I know you want to say something, so go for it.
Okay. Jill and I bonded in game with Rift. When I would go to Fog's events, she would always make sure that I was still alive and my character was kicking, and she'd joke around about it. Oh, you didn't die this time. That's good. And would always encourage me. But we would talk on Discord and voice chat, and all of a sudden she disappeared. So at that point, I was an elder too, and so I found her information so that I could go find her, and I located her. And come to find out, she loves guinea pigs, and I used to raise guinea pigs, so we had a great time talking about guinea pigs and all sorts of gaming stuff, and it was just fun to be around her. She, even through the rough times, she had her quirky jokes, and we really bonded. I just feel I was privileged to know her, and through all her hard times, she would still be there for me. The last thing I saw from her on our chat was, "I love you guys so much. Let everybody know." And that was the last I heard from her. Um, she'll just be remembered in my heart forever. I just love her so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Jima. Clippy Bright Paw on Twitch says she was always trying to make people smile in real life too. And thank you so much for tuning in today.
Hey, Ben, I'd like to say a few things.
Go ahead, Tip.
So, Joe is the kind of person that no matter who you were, or what you'd done with her, or knew about her, she always could make you feel like you were her best friend, and she always had a word of encouragement. I remember running several events on Rift with her, and it was surprising to me that she could keep up with multiple conversations at once and still send a private message with a joke or a way to go or hey, did you hear about this? And I think she did that with everyone. I don't know, there are very few people I think that can do that. That can make us all feel the love that she felt for us. I miss her. I've been missing her. I think we're all better because we knew her. And me personally, the way I believe, I'm looking forward to playing with her again in the future.
That makes two of us, Tip.
Thank you, Tip. I think the hardest thing that I've realized is that, you know, it's been about 2 years since she was able to be on the battlefield with us in a game. And, so much changes over 2 years. And there's so many people that miss the opportunity to even get to know her. And I just, I wish that there was a way that I could bring her to them, in a way that they would truly know her. Um, she has just given so much to this community and been a part of it, inspired us, and just the countless hours she spent, farming things, little trinkets that don't even matter, that just because they mattered at the time for the things that we were trying to do. I mean, she would be there every night. We'd go farm some random creatures so that we can get these little trinkets that people really wanted. And it's just the conversations we had and the stories we shared and just the friendships that we made were just remarkable. I mean, if it wasn't for her, Rift would have never been as enjoyable as it was. So, I guess what I'm saying is, I think that we should all be thankful of having somebody like that in your life. If you find somebody that literally makes you a better person, stay near them. Don't push them away. Embrace them, because those are the type of people that will change you for the better. And I think that we should all aspire to be like that to somebody. So I really want to thank you all for coming out and showing your support. If anybody else would like to comment, please feel free. I'm not sure how many of our Rift crew even got the message. It was very quickly organized, and I'm sorry if you didn't hear. Like, if you're watching this after the fact and you didn't hear about it in time, I apologize. Please feel free to go to our forums. There's a forum post up there where we're capturing all your thoughts on paper, and we're going to make it available to the friends and family over across the ocean. I will make sure to post a link to it inside of the video that will go up on YouTube as well. So anyone else want to say a word or two?
Um, I would like to say a few words, yes.
All right, go for it, Kitty. Thank you.
Uh, Rhynor was very fun to play with. She made me feel at home in Rift, which was a brand new game for me, and she took time to help me. And when she played the Killers too, she reached out to me, and it wasn't like a demand, it was an invitation for even more fun. And it was fun. She was very bright. She was a real star, a light in the darkness. And I would normally say that the world is darker without her, but this time I want to say that the world is already a dark and scary place as it is. So I say with that we should follow her example. Be that light for someone else. Thank you.
Thank you, Kitty. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out and showing your support and being a part of this. I know most of you in the channel right now probably didn't actually meet her. I see a lot of the newer members in here, and thank you so much for coming out, guys. It's really big of you. And yeah, I would love to hear more stories. If you have any, please feel free to post them. I'd really like to collect all those stories if I can. And it'll be in the newsletter as well, so that anyone else that is late to the party can post their story as well, so we can all see how she affected all of us. So thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Love you all. Be safe out there, and I'll see you later.
Thank you, Fog.